Hello, BookTube. I have a bit of a mail haul for you. It's only 3 packages. I think we should probably get used to that in the remainder of 2018. It's just an endemic to the publishing world. You'll see it on what I think are probably the 2 most active adult new book mail hauling channels. There's Thomas at SFF 180, all the science fiction and fantasy you could ever want. It's an amazing channel, and he does Mailbag Monday. And I'm sure that he is noticing the same thing that I am. The other channel would be mine, where you go into December and the publishing industry starts to slow down. Publishers start to look ahead. It's not long now. I mean, this is what, the 10th or 11th of December. I think this is the 10th of December, which means that in 7 days, in 1 week, if that, 1 week at the outside, publicists will simply stop reporting to work, and they won't be back until well into the new year. And they'll do what they can between now and then, but I would be willing to bet that my days of 10, 12 book mail hauls are over for 2018. This is only 3 packages, so we'll see what we have here. And the first one is from someone or something called Wall. Could this be? Wasn't Wall a supervillain who constantly plagued the Teen Titans? Well, of course, it's Matt and Zoe Wall. It's a paperback junkie. And how wonderful. He has sent me a collection of his zine. He makes an old-fashioned 1970s style zine called Weird Mask. It's all double columned and typeset with very basic illustrations, and I think quite a few of the issues have classic reprints, older stuff that's in common domain, and new stuff. Like, for instance, here, let's do issue number 5. What is issue number 5? Yeah, there's a little thing by H.P. Lovecraft. There's a little thing by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Harmless, reprints like that, just done purely out of fandom. And then a serialized story by the paperback junkie himself, and a few other. That's a nice, healthy table of contents. He sent me a bunch of these. How wonderful! Oh, these will go right on the shelf. And he partly had a good reason to do so, BookTube. It's not just that he knows that I like these kinds of fanzines. I have a shelf full of them myself, mostly Star Trek fanzines from long before he was born. But it's not just that. It's also because 2019 is going to have a genuine treat for I don't really know who, people who like substandard fiction, I suppose. One of the things about fanzines, one of the house attractions, if you would, is serialized fiction. Serialized sword and sorcery supernatural fiction it's right up Matt's alley, and he writes it himself, and it's the perfect thing for fanzines. And I asked, and he gracefully accepted, and I am going to do a serialized story myself for Weird Mask, starting in 2019. I will be in every issue until my series comes to an end. I know exactly what it is. I know exactly how it's going to unfold. And each installment will be in each issue of Weird Mask. So when we get into 2019, we'll get into a lot more details about how you can make sure to get your own issue, to make sure you never miss a thrilling installment. But that's wonderful. I'm very glad to have these. I didn't know he was sending these. That's wonderful. I'll read through them, see what kind of fun Weird Mask serves up on a regular basis. Then we have 2 packages that aren't paperback junkies, but they'll manage somehow. So what is this first one? Oh, okay, great. All right, this is, wow, a lot of written material. This for such a tiny little thing. Oh, because this is a huge interview from The Economist. Okay, well, we don't need that. So this is from Grove Atlantic. This comes out in January, I believe. Yes, January. This is a paperback release that we've seen already. This is Niviak Corneliusson. This is Last Night in Nuke. Let's see what we can do for... Oh, there we go. There we go. We'll get the hang of this. And we saw this already. We saw the advanced copy, and this is the very nice finished paperback. This is the author's U.S. debut. And do we have Do we have a plot summary of some kind? Through stream of consciousness, emails, text messages, and journal entries, Corneliuson brilliantly weaves together the stories of 5 distinct characters in this book. Fia, who's gone off sausage, meaning men. Her brother Inuk, in a secret affair with a powerful married man. Evik, a lesbian confronting an important transition. And the troubled young woman Arnak, who forces them all to face their fears. With a boldly honest style and unconventional prose, Corneliuson vividly depicts the young and queer in Greenland. And now I have the finished copy of this. How wonderful. Okay, this comes out in mid-January. So I've got, I don't have to worry about it for a bit. But that goes right on top of the pile of Weird Mask. And now we do the last of these. I imagine there'll be a mail haul tomorrow. I imagine there will be. But they'll be few and far between, I would think. Oh, man. Fantastic. Oh, did not know this was coming. Okay, this is out already. Wow. This is the paperback of David Dollemeyer's... Rudiger Safransky. Rudiger Safransky is the author. David Dollemeyer is the translator. This is Goethe, The Life as a Work of Art. Oh, in a beautiful trade paperback. How wonderful. And it has the blurbs all over it. Everybody loved this book. I loved it. Wow. Okay, great. Okay, well, and it came with this neat little pub sheet. Very nice. Very nice because it's not a huge piece of paper like the other one. So all you have to do with something like this is fold it in half, and it's a perfect bookmark. Great. This is just a definitive English language biography of Goethe. And I have a lot of collections of Goethe's work, and I had the hardcover of this biography, but it's gone. So I'm glad to have this back. Wow. So this is an entirely paperback little mail haul here. We have the paperback of this biography of Goethe. I did not think this would get a paperback, so I'm thrilled. Then Last Night in Nuuk, about being young and queer in Greenland. How fascinating is that? And then a whole spread of Weird Mask, the fanzine put out by our very own Paperback Junkie. And that will, in 2019, feature yours truly in an ongoing serialized adventure story of sword and sorcery set in the Middle Ages. More details to come. But in the meantime, I'll wrap this up because you had a surfeit of videos. I don't want to flood your feed. But I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, BookTube.